Welcome back to another video on the Civivi YouTube channel. My name is Seth, and I've got a couple of new first knives for you today. Firsts for Civivi anyway. We've got the first Civivi frame lock that we're going to talk about. This is the Civivi NOx. And then we've got our first kind of micro knife from Civivi. This is the Ostapel designed Ki-V. I'm super excited about this one right here. Come on in, I'm going to show you these knives up close and give you a couple of reasons that you have to have these. Okay, so first up we have the Civivi NOx. This is a stainless steel framed frame lock knife by Civivi, designed by Civivi. So the Civivi NOx is really designed to be that everyday user. It's a Nitro V steel on the blade, satin finish, hollow grind, and really designed to just be, like I said, that everyday user, kind of like the Civivi Elementum, which in fact I will show you right here for a size comparison. The Elementum, just to give you an idea, is, just slightly larger on that blade. On the blade length, or the cutting surface, is almost the same. The specs on the Civivi NOx are an overall length of 6.8 inches, a blade length of 2.97 inches. When it's closed, it's 3.83 inches. It's got a blade thickness of 0.12 inches and a handle thickness of 0.35 inches. So it's a little bit thinner than some of the other knives with the G10 handles. They end up being roughly about a ½ an inch. These ones come in just a little bit thinner. The weight is 3.09 ounces, so a fairly lightweight little guy. So the Civivi NOx is going to be available at the end of June at your dealers. It's going to be available for an MSRP of $75. You'll be able to pick it up for a little bit less than that. This is one that you guys have got to try. You've got to get it in your hands, and you've got to feel how that stainless steel frame lock on a Civivi works. It's running on the caged ceramic ball bearings. It's going to be a really nice knife that you're really going to like. You've got to get this one in your hands and feel it. Trust me, you're going to want to try this one out. Next, let's look at the Ki-V. This one I'm super excited about, so come in and take a look at this one. First thing to notice about this little knife is the size. Look at this little guy. I'm going to throw in a quarter there for size comparison. When this thing is closed, it disappears in your pocket. I have a confession to make. I typically only carry one knife. I know, I'm sorry, it's just me. I usually only carry one knife, but since the introduction of the Ki-V here, I've started carrying two almost daily, because this little guy fits right in my fifth pocket in my jeans, or it disappears in the bottom of a pair of shorts or whatever. Makes it super easy to carry an extra blade. So one of the ingenious design features of this knife is that it is a slip joint, or a double detent slip joint. There is no locking mechanism on this, which is one of the things that keeps the weight down. You've got some nested liners in there inside the G10. I'll have to pull one of these things apart and show you the inside. It's really, really cool. But because there's no lock, it closes just as easy as it opens. You just pop it open with your finger there, and then you can close it with that same finger, and you're ready to go. It's got a really functional deep carry pocket clip there. Really nice design and style on that. It is not reversible. Kind of looks like it is because you've got the screws on the other side, but trust me, it's not. Your pocket clip would be pointing in some strange direction if you tried to switch it. So you've got that really nice straight blade on there. It's got a cutting edge, or a blade length, of just 1.55 inches. So the thing is going to be, this little guy, a lot of people complain when we release knives that are not legal for them. I can't think of anywhere that this would not be legal, because it is such a small blade. It's got no locking mechanism. You should be able to buy this anywhere and carry it legally, at least as far as I know. This is a 9CR18 MOV steel with a flat grind on the blade. It's available in these two versions right here. You've got the natural G10 and with the stonewash blade, gray stonewash blade, and the black G10 with the black stonewash blade. Okay, so going over a couple more specs here, we've got an overall length of 3.94 inches when that blade is open. As I mentioned, the blade length is 1.55 inches. When it's closed, it's just 2.39 inches. I've got another little size comparison for you here just to give you an idea. There's a tube of chapstick, which is a pretty good size comparison there. The weight on this thing is 1.4 ounces, so it weighs almost nothing when you've got it in your pocket. That handle thickness is 0.45 inches, and the blade thickness is 0.1 inches. I love the way that Ostap designed this with that jimping that comes out far on the top of that blade right there. Gives you a good traction for your thumb if you're using it as a space for your thumb. This little guy just works. It just works in every way. So let's take one apart and I'll show you the inside. It does come with T8 screws, so we'll just pop that right open and show you inside. Now that we've got the clip off, you can see here that we've got a recessed area where the pocket clip is milled out, or the G10 is milled out so that that pocket clip can be recessed in there. So not only do we have recessed pocket screws, clip screws, but the clip itself is also recessed into the handle, which I really like. So when we pop this thing off, I can see there's that nested liner in there, and you can see the detents. Okay, we can see on both sides of the knife it's the same, where you've got that little spring in there with the detents that catch on the blade. So on both sides of your blade, when you pull that blade out, those little springs right there with the detent just drop right into place in the holes on the blade, and that's what gives you your detents. So super simple, super effective design. You guys are really going to like this knife. Like I said, it disappears in your pocket, and it is the perfect knife for like your everyday box cutting or letter opening tasks, where you just pop that thing open, you know, make your cut your tape or whatever, and then flip it back shut, and away it goes back in your pocket. Really fun knife. I'm really glad that Ostap designed this one with us. It's been a fun collaboration, as always. Okay, so that's the Civivi Ki-V designed by Ostap Pel. This little guy has an MSRP of $53, so you're going to be able to finally afford to be able to carry a second knife like me. This little guy is going to be, you're going to find it for under 50 bucks at your local dealers. So grab one of these. It's a super fun knife. You're going to love it, I promise. Thanks for watching, everybody. That's the, in review, we've got the Civivi NOx and the Civivi Ki-V that are both going to be available at the end of June. Don't miss these. You're going to love them. Have a great day. Okay, so that's the Civivi knife. I'm running the same problem I did on the Torbay. Civivi Ki-V. Okay, so that's the Civivi.